Whit, would you please start us out?
Just say, I thought our guys, um, I thought they played with great energy in the second half, and I thought Taylor's performance tonight was exceptional, top to bottom. In every category, he's played, completely controlled the game. When we were struggling to score in stretches of the first half, and they were scoring every time, he really took us on his shoulders, and kept us in the game. And the other thing he did that I was really impressed with is his composure and leadership in the huddles, his communication to the players during the course of the game. He has really grown a lot as a person, and it wasn't just his good play, it was his leadership on the court and in the huddles that I thought was exceptional, and he's really matured a lot as a person in a very good way. And I thought Franco being the other guy, I thought those two guys really lifted us and carried us to win. So thankful to get out with the win, and we'll move on to the next one. He's really embraced, to me, responsibility of leadership, which is, you have to ask yourself every day if every person on the team practices like I do, is that championship level? And when you're in a leadership position, the answer to that has to be yes. That's what leadership is. And Taylor, to me, has really embraced that. And I think he looks at it through that kind of lens a lot more now. And I was amazed. There were a couple moments tonight where I lost my cool, and he was composed enough to try to talk me down. And I thought to myself, like, it's usually supposed to work the other way around. But to show you how far he's come, the fact that he could do that, not just me. I mean, he was really composed with the guys on the court. He really kept us kind of focused in the right way, and all while having 26.8 assists and only 2 turnovers. I mean, that's as good a performance as we've seen in here from a Ball State player, certainly in a long time.
You said he was trying to tone you down a little bit. Does he ever try to ask you to, like, come in the game out the game when it's tired?
Yeah, he does. He's a talker. When sometimes he tells me to yell at the refs, and other times he tells me to calm down. He's just, but no, I don't mean, I say that tongue in cheek because he's, he's a talker, but he and I also have this relationship. Like, I want him to tell me. He sees the game different than I see it because he's on the court and I'm on the bench. So I need to know what he sees and feels out there. So we communicate about stuff like that pretty frequently because I think it's hard to be successful if you don't know how it feels for him. And I need to know it, and he's good about sharing it with me.
Is that different than the relationship you have with any other players? Or?
It's not, except for the Taylor's the point guard. So it only in that sense. It's like the quarterback on the court. He's the one that's kind of organizing the play calls and all that. That's the only way it's different. But it's not any different. I want Trey and Franco and Ryan and all those guys to tell me. Sometimes they sense something. Like last game, Trey told me on a certain play that we were calling. He said they're playing it this way, so it allows us to. Maybe I don't see it, live, but he senses it on the court. So it's no different in that way, except for that it's going to happen more frequently with him because of the position he plays.
And then Tajay probably didn't get as many minutes as you would have liked with the way he was playing tonight. But how big was that performance from him off the bench?
It was big. One of the things that really affected the game tonight and really made it feel funny for us was how soft they were playing on the ball and on pick and rolls. I mean, they were basically daring us to shoot and really protecting the paint. And we shot some jump shots early, and they didn't go in. And I thought we started to feel some pressure combined with everything they shot winning. And then it made us a little bit hesitant and reluctant to shoot. But here's the catch: is if they're not, if they're putting 4 or 5 guys in the lane, it's hard. It's not like you can just go inside and pound it in there. There's a lot of guys in there. So, to a certain extent, you got to be able to hit some of them and pull them out a little bit. And Tajay and Franco, in both cases, they were daring them to shoot threes. And when that happens, we just always tell them we want you to shoot good ones. But, those guys went 4 for 6 from behind the arc tonight. That's a big part of the game. And that really helped.
Is there an enhanced expectation on your team now to win games when they take the floor? It just seems like there's a little more motivation, or I don't know exactly what word I'm searching for here, but does it seem that way to you, maybe compared to early in the season or even last year?
I would say that if I compare it to earlier in the season, I think our players recognize we're a much better team right now than we were 5 or 6 weeks ago. You know, they know that, and so I think there's a confidence that comes with that, for sure. And I know to compare it to last year, probably a little bit. I mean, I think there's a feeling within our guys that we can play really good basketball in stretches, and I hope there's an expectation to win. I mean, there should be.
Coach Tajay talked about even after fouling out, kind of trying to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat. Do you appreciate that in a guy who's as young as he is, just to be mature and not?
Yeah, no, he's always like that. He's one of my favorite guys to coach because of that. And he's just he's like a happy-go-lucky kid. I mean, you just don't catch him in a bad mood much. He loves the thing that's really fun about coaching him is he loves playing basketball. Like he loves it, and it's fun to coach him. He's like, he wants to be a really good player for sure, but he just loves playing. I mean, it's like when you watch him out there, it's like he's going to the park. I mean, he just always likes playing. So that makes it fun to coach him.
You talked plenty about this with Taylor, but working on his three-point shooting. He just looked really confident the last couple games, 3 of 6 tonight. So not just for his game, but for the team, how important is that for him to be able to do that?
It's really important for him, probably more than anyone, because he's also the guy that gets the assists. And if you don't let him get in the lane, it takes away a lot from us. And so if they can just dare him to shoot and he can't drive the ball, and to me they really wanted to keep Franco and Taylor out of the lane today. And the way you counter that is you got to be able to make some shots, and you pull them out a little bit, and then it's a little easier to get in there. And but if they don't have to do that, then it's hard because you take away his ability to get to the rim. So that's really was his whole focus last year, was to try to not let him do what they did today, try to not let him go under pick and rolls, and he worked on it a lot, and then that's why.
Teague said he still feels a little bit weird going out there at times coming off that redshirt year. What are some ways he's still going to settle down into his game for the rest of the year, even 4 nights after tonight?
I think, from my standpoint, he's settled down on the court. I would have said early in the year he's nervous. I don't really see that now from him, but he's certainly going to keep getting better. He's going to, he's shooting the ball well right now, but he's going to keep getting better as a shooter. And you look back a year from now, he's going to be 15 or 20 pounds of muscle added to his frame, and when that happens, then I think hopefully you'll see I think you have a chance to see a significantly improved step.
What does the short turnaround mean for you guys playing on Friday instead of Saturday?
It means we practice tomorrow. Wednesday's normally our off day, and but that's it. Just we go back to back of these stretches, so it's 9 days without an off day, and but we'll have off Saturday and we'll catch it on the back end. And other than that, I don't think it's a big deal.
Coach, Toledo's up without their top scorer tonight. I guess, as the opposing head coach, to see them start on a 10-0 run, play pretty well early, can you kind of appreciate that performance on that play?
Yeah, I thought they played a really good game, and they had a unique game plan, and it threw us off there for a while, no question about it. And they shot the ball well, and guess they're always good on offense. They're always good on the offensive side of the ball, and they're so skilled. And they were really hard for us to deal with tonight. But I thought they coached a really good game. I thought they played a really good game, and we're fortunate to win.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for
All
coming
right.
up.
You got
See
it.
you Friday. Anybody else need a full book?